I don't know. Black representation in TV shows.
Black representation.
This nigga didn't know what CDG foamposits were in clowned anime back then. I ain't believing this bullshit.
Gotta allow people time to grow, man.
TV shows. Let's talk about it. So for context, I was born in 2001. I grew up watching a variety of cartoons, sitcoms, and whatever the big three had to offer at the time. When I was younger, I never really paid attention to these films in a deep way. I just consumed it. But whenever I did see a black character, man, it made me happy. I say this all the time, but representation matters. These little instances of seeing people that look like you or not will affect you on a psychological level. That is why in 2026 is so infuriating, because even the thought of a black lead will have everybody mad. Today we're gonna be looking back on some of my favorite childhood shows and just point out how, you know, black people are depicted in these shows. The reason I'm even doing this video is because on TikTok lately there has been a trend of people doing videos mocking the stereotypical black character.
Hey girl, what's wrong? You look like somebody just ate the last rib at the cookout.
Cookout? What does that mean?
Oh girl, just be grateful you ain't got 12 little brothers and sisters, cause woo, being stuck in the cycle of poverty is a trip. It's trifling.
Well, Sarah has been bullying.
I'm not gonna lie, this shit is cringe as fuck. And I get it, man. Good for you creating your content, but you look in the mirror after you do this shit?
Me?
Oh girl, what?
What cartoon they watching? I don't know, actually.
Let me just nip this in the bud right quick, cause ain't nobody gonna be bullying my beautiful, light-skinned main character best friend. Okay, girl.
What cartoons was you watching? Or what shows? I'm not gonna lie, that clap soundtrack sounds like one of those like Disney Channel movie shows or like Nickelodeon shows. She fine though? Debatable.
All I think about now is the stupid chemistry test. I mean, I can't eat. You can't eat. Girl, it's worse than I thought. By the way, Case, I think we should study together this weekend. Thanks, Reggie.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. This one has more concrete to stand on, because I've seen a show with a girl like this.
Reginiqua, you're the best.
Reginiqua.
Perfect. You can do the work and I'll hang out with your fine brother Jake.
Token, yeah. You know, because they have to have like they have to have inclusion.
Now, I want to go ahead and make this disclaimer now. If you are one of those people that use the "it's not that deep, bro," go ahead and click
ain't grow
off
up
the
on
video.
Tom and Jerry and Thomas the Train, and it shows.
The real woke. No more talking, man.
I was on Cartoon Network watching real cinema, nigga.
Let's get into it. I highly recommend the act of rewatching media. Nostalgia plays a huge role in why we love things, and this can skew the validity of whether it was good or not. It makes sense because when you were younger, you were happier. So a lot of times people associate these happy times with whatever they were consuming at this time, TV shows, cartoons, and it's just considered automatically good. Now, it's also great to rewatch media.
Yeah, I know Cyber Chase.
Perspective. The way you digest a show at 8 years old versus your adulthood will contrast. When I was younger, I loved the show Everybody Hates Chris. But whenever I saw
Generator
Julius,
Rex,
like, he
Ben
irked
10,
me. I was like,
Iron
bro,
Man
why are
Armored
you being this
Adventures,
cheap?
real nigga shit.
Okay, this one, it doesn't irritate me as bad because, nigga, I know niggas' dads like this, bro. I know, I've seen fathers act like this. Like, it's making light of a joke, or it's making joke of actual real, like niggas is like this. Like, this isn't bad. This isn't racist, or this doesn't perpetuate bad black stereotypes. No, niggas is like this. Niggas cheap as hell sometimes, you know? But that comes from the fact that, hey, niggas didn't have money to spend like that back then. Niggas had to be cheap because, hey, bro, we need money for a rainy day. And this ain't nothing wrong with this. Like,
$2.89 worth of food.
Fast forward to 2026, I'm a father of my own, living
this nigga got a kid?
In this economy. I understand you, big bro. Now let's talk about some tropes. We're gonna start off with the best black.
How old is he? He got twins? How old is he? 3, nigga?
Friend trope. This is also referred to as the token black friend, and in my opinion, I call it the here nigga damn type of character. This individual is only added into the show to say that
he's 25. Damn, niggas got kids before me.
It's diversity. They are usually one of the few black characters on the show, but they have no type of agency. They lack depth and rarely has a.
Y'all ain't know he had kids? No, Chris, I don't pay this much attention to niggas' lives. Like what? Why would I know he has children? I watch his videos and then I forget the nigga exists. Like, come on, gang. What are we talking about?
Plot centered around it. An example of this that I remember growing up is Tucker from Danny Phantom. Absolutely love this show growing up. I think it got to be in my top. It's in my top 10 cartoons of all time. Just looking back, I never noticed.
Even if I did stream Chris, I wouldn't know this nigga had kids.
But as I was rewatching it, you can most definitely see how he fits it. You see, Tucker is one of Danny's best friends. He's real tech savvy, great with hacking.
Time's running
He does
out,
all the
UNC,
back end
your
work
turn
for Danny
coming.
Phantom, you know, like setting up gadgets, things of that nature. And it's always helping Danny achieve his goals. What I dislike the most though is that Tucker is 9 times out of 10 the butt of the joke.
Hey there,
No.
I didn't ask you yet.
And not to be that guy, but they got this man around here chasing white women the entire show. Now, as far as plots goes, they do.
This is another one where I guess, but we know niggas like this, dog. This is the Carlton nigga, bro. Like, gang, like, let's be real, bruh. Nigga said they made you 22. You let a white girl eat your butt. Don't ever speak on me again. Like, what, nigga? Don't speak on me, pussy. Like, what the hell is wrong with you, bruh? Like, anyways, continuing on, though. As I was saying, my nigga, you gotta understand, they're making
Will
light,
you fuck
they're
a
making
racist
jokes.
white woman with a fat ass?
Is she fucking me because I'm black and it's like a race thing? Or did she fall in love with me because of her chance to find out who I really am and I changed her mind? If it's a race king thing, no, bro. Like, that's kind of...
We'll give him a few. There's an episode
But like I was saying, though, before I get distracted, yo, I feel like a lot of the jokes aren't that
you set him up
serious.
with that white John.
He wanted it. Anyways,
Don't
as
matter.
I was saying...
You still going.
Listen, as I was saying though, people are taking some shit too serious, gang. Like actually, I get it, but at the same time, they're making jokes of niggas that I've really seen niggas like this nigga, bro. Them niggas who play the Nintendo Switch in class and they're like, oh, white women are better. Like, these niggas exist, gang.
where he gets possessed and turns evil, and then another one when he's like jealous of Danny Phantom's powers. They fall flat to me because they don't really lead anywhere. It's like after that show, it's like, okay, just back to normal. As far as his art goes, I think it could have went a little better. By the end of the show, he basically realizes that he's the sidekick. Like, he just stand in his place, and Danny Phantom, the white man, is his show. Maybe I'm tripping, okay? If you watch the show, let me know how y'all feel about it.
I think you tripping, gang. It's not that deep.
The
show
problem
is
is why
literally
is
called
the only
Danny
black
Phantom.
character's a joke and not just a normal human?
Bro. So you're telling me this isn't a prototypical, stereotypical white goth girl? Or this isn't the...
I know Al Sharpton, it's not that deep.
This isn't the bad, the cool Latina shawty that swears the world rose, the typical mean girl. But like, I get it, bro. We don't have to take everything personal,
LMAO,
bro.
you ain't lying. I know
Like-
a Carlton type nigga who just like that I went to school with.
Like, come on, bro. We don't have to take everything personal, gang. It's a joke. They make jokes about everybody. It's just that when people bring black people into it, we feel like, oh, you can't say nothing about black people. Like, come on, bro. I crack jokes about everybody. I got an Asian homie that when we argue, I tell him, hey, chill out, Jake Long, Teenage Dragon. Like, we all crack jokes, bro. Let's stop being so sensitive, nigga. Like, come on, gang.
Now this example,
Like, come
we don't
on.
even gotta debate it. T-Bo
Like, come
from
on.
iCarly, he fits this trope perfectly. But isn't
You
specifically
call us monkeys.
Cause you niggas be baboon babbling. That's your friend? It don't matter, bro. I'ma crack jokes, dog. It's I don't really care, bro. Bro, George Lopez is hella stereotypical. Exactly. George Lopez is OD stereotypical. But you know what? I love that fucking show. That's a good show. Like, what? And if I ask one of my homies, hey, man, is this a stereotype? Yeah. Is it, like, kind of true, though? He'd probably be like, yeah. Like, come on, bro. Like, man, we don't got to take everything personal, gang. I get it, bro. We want changes in shows,
Facts,
bro.
I call my own mom a monkey.
Okay, I don't know about that. I ain't never called my mom a monkey. You crazy as hell, boy. But listen, if you want shows to be different, just make shows, bro. Like, make shows that represent your story the way you want it to be represented, man.
anyone's
That's the line, yeah, bro. Calling your mom's a monkey is diabolical.
best friend, he's more of like friends with everybody in the group. The main cast of iCarly has no black people, okay? And T-Bo is just one of the 2 recurring black characters on the entire show.
They do when they get canceled. Why do they get canceled? Because they don't do well. Why don't they do well? Because we don't support them. Like, I get it, gang. I'd love to see change. I want to see change. But do we support the change we want to see, bruh? You know why we laugh at these shows? Because we can see them, realize, hey, man,
My
that's
teacher dad
there's
used
some
to call
fact
me
to
a
that.
moon cricket and he
call
was
it funny.
Nigerian.
And call it funny. Static Shock? You could say Static Shock had fucking stereotypes in that shit too.
It's him.
Why that nigga Static Shock, like, why he wear headphones and like love music and shit? Like, that's a stereotype, gang.
And then Principal
It's just which stereotypes you like and which ones you don't like.
Franklin.
Like, come on,
Despite
bro.
being in 25 of the 97 episodes, there is no depth to Tebow at all. All we know about him is that his real name is Terrence. He's the manager or owner of the Groovy Smoothie. Like, we never get a definite answer. And I want to say he's Jamaican. I think they hinted at it, but didn't necessarily say it. But just because he's a black man with dreads don't mean he's Jamaican. So I don't, we still don't know that. But in short, we know
But they never said he was Jamaican.
so little about him because he is strictly used for comedic relief. He's loud, funny,
Hold
over-exaggerated,
on now,
and
cause
he
you
got
ain't
this
telling me
gimmick of,
Miles
like,
Morlane's
putting
is a
different foods on the
stereotype, right?
stick. Nigga, how the hell
Chill.
you do that? He's a very loved character, so it's just disappointing that we couldn't get more from him. Maybe.
Bro, the show is called iCarly. Nigga, not iCarly and her cast of wacky homies. Like, what? Because there are only so... Okay, all right, I'm glad. Like, and I'm not trying to say that, like, he's making bad points. But at the same time, bro, majority of cartoons and shows are stereotypes, bro. Like, they're making light jokes of real life scenarios. For instance, Ed, Ed, and Eddie, right? This is a stereotype, right? Right? This is a stereotype. They're equating that white trailer trash women are stupid, stinky, and undesirable, right? Do you hear anybody complaining about this? These are rednecks. This is a stereotype. She can't see, they got braces, freckles over, they stomach hanging out, right? Cool. Do you see any rednecks complaining about this? Would you also say, hey, they shouldn't make this show?
Has like 4 episodes where he on the screen for 10 minutes plus an episode about him needing a place to stay.
Think about it. Would you say the same about this cartoon? Would you bring it and be like, you know what? No, we shouldn't have these stereotypes. Does anybody say, why don't they give the Kanker sisters more fucking screen time? Why don't we get a story about them? I'm sure there are people who want to know about it, but you know what? Niggas don't give a fuck. Because they serve their purpose as side characters. The show's not about the Kanker sisters. It's about Ed, Ed, and Eddie. And they use a stereotypical group of women to add to the comedy. Like what? For instance, yo.
Cancel South Park ATP if this what it is.
That's what I'm saying, bro. We just like, yo. Like at some point, we got to stop finding reasons to be upset about shit, bro. We're finding reasons to be upset about shit. Like literally, bro. Life is so peaceful, we're finding things to be upset about.
He learned a little bit about his backstory.
Like, yo, and don't get me wrong, bro. There are real issues facing the black community
TK, what
when
the
it
fuck
comes to
happened
representation
I am a man
in
of
media.
the people, not above but equal. And for the greater good I walked amongst evil. TTS prices are 5,000 now?
Nigga, you got it. That ain't hitting you like that, bro. You got the money for that shit. All I'm saying is we make a problem out of things that don't need to be like problems, bro. Peaceful, for the most part, most
Niggas
people in the
trying to make
US
every
live
little
relatively
inconvenience a
peaceful,
movement
bro.
like bro pick your battles correctly.
Like for the most part, most people in the US live a relatively peaceful life. And if you say otherwise, there are people in Gaza right now who gotta duck their tacos because niggas is bombing their schools and shit. There's people live in war-torn countries, bro. We live peaceful lives, gang. We live such peaceful lives, we could be upset about fucking TV shows representing us, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, come on, gang. Like, come on, bro.
You're not wrong, but it's still fuck ICE.
Fine, that's a fair thing. Fuck ICE, that's fair. Fine. That's an actual issue that niggas could say, you know what? Valid. But, nigga, how we're viewed on television, bro. If you take offense to this, that tells me more about you than the fucking show. Because why do you think this is a representation of yourself? I've never seen any of these shows and been like, you know what? That's
If
like
this
me.
shit makes you feel
No.
a way you never seen Robot Chicken.
And I don't give a fuck about none of this shit because I know who I am, bro. I know the person I am, bro. I know this shit don't offend me because if the shoe fit, you would wear it, and that shit don't fit me.
Inflating TTS but not running enough wagers.
How we got into the smoothie business, etc. Right? They did my boy dirty, man, and this is a common theme that you will see in Dan Schneider films.
They got my nigga Jose outta here. Now who
The
gone
next
cut
trope
my
we
grass?
have is the sassy black woman. In my opinion, this is the most common trope, and we see it all the time.
The Willie T. Ribs racer cheerleaders are about perfection. Hard work, sweat, tears.
Fair, all right? If you want to call this stereotyping, but Penny is also in the show. Penny's not the stereotypical, you feel me? Granted, she's light-skinned, and I guess you could call colorism, but they're both black, man. They're both black. Is this stereotyping? The ginger nerdy girl that's skinny as fuck with braces and freckles? Like, is that stereotyping? Is La Cienega stereotyping? Yes, all of it is.
This is where black women is written as loud, having a lot of attitude, overprotective of their main white lead, and in the name, sassy.
Main white lead, yo, she's black.
They also love doing that hand on the hip, you know, finger wag, neck roll thing. Y'all know.
Gang, but you gotta understand, like,
Can we also remember the reality and time that the show was aired? You are lying if you say this wasn't going on in real time and
that's
not
what I'm
just the
saying,
shows.
bro. Like, yo, we're looking back on things 20 years later and be like, oh, this wasn't right. Like, dang. Of course, there are all stereotypes, but everybody in this shit is being stereotyped. So if you want to sit here and say, hey, there should be no stereotypes, let's make shows without stereotypes then, gang. And let's not use any stereotypes.
I'm talking about. A great example.
Let's make a black man that is extremely wealthy and basically Batman. Yeah, bro. And then give me a white boy who can rap and fucking make fashion and do all this shit.
Nigga really using
Like, come
Family
on,
Guy
bruh.
as an example. Pack
Come
up
on,
the
bruh.
video.
Like, yeah, give me a white rapper. And then you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna complain that they're trying to push the agenda that white people are better rap. Like, so there's always gonna be an issue, bro.
Example of this trope that I remember is Ivy from Good Luck
So
Charlie.
basically
You could
what
also
I am
debate
hearing
that
is
she
if they
fits
had
the
black
best
people
black
act
friend
like
trope as
white
well.
people
Now,
in
the
TV
show is
shows, they
starring
wouldn't
Teddy,
have a
and
problem.
Teddy has a best friend named Ivy. She's extremely loyal, always gives great advice, and will do pretty much anything to ensure that Teddy achieves her goals. Once again,
Now, the funniest thing about this is that we have an issue with this, but they're painting large black women in a positive light. Loyal, honest, great at advice, and willing to do anything for her friends. Don't we want more large black dark-skinned representation? Are you saying that it's bad that we use that woman in the show? Isn't that what we've been championing for so long? We want, show more not beautiful light-skinned black women getting opportunities. Give big black women opportunities, bro. Give larger size women. Isn't that what we've asked for? Lizzo and them fought for? We got that and niggas tripping off it? Like, this is what I'm saying, bro. There's an issue with everything. Like, niggas is mad about getting what they want. I've heard for so long people say, why don't we
Niggas
have
gave
more
us a black
representation
animated show
from big
plenty of
black
times
women?
and niggas did nothing but shame it and call it ass.
Right? Now they give you representation from that group, right? Larger black women, larger dark-skinned black
You
women.
missing the whole
and
point.
they paint her
the
in a
problem isn't
positive
making
light.
stereotypes is when THR only character you have of a color person is a stereotype.
Brother, everybody in the show is a stereotype, gang. We're not this is what confuses me because I just gave you niggas multiple examples of shows where niggas is stereotyped and nobody says anything. 22, do you want the stereotype from Ed and Eddie where they have the Kanker sisters as fucking rednecks, bum trash, white trash? Do you want that removed too? Or do you fuck with Ed and Eddie? No, you fuck with Ed and Eddie because the stereotype's not about you, bruh. And that's my issue. It's like niggas only care when, I don't like this. If you're not for all of it being gone, don't sit here and pick and choose when it's okay, bro. That's the problem, gang. Like,
No
I get
nigga
it.
VC, there's multiple white PPL in the show nigga.
Ass loud, having a lot of attitude, overprotective of their main white lead, and then
Let me ask you a question.
If we want to go there, let's remove how Cartman makes constant jokes about Kyle being Jewish.
Let me ask you a question, gang. Hold on. Are there not multiple black people in this show? Are there not multiple black people in this show? Are there not varieties of black people in this show? But there's still an issue with the representation. There are multiple black people in the show, bruh.
When there is no black people in shows, people don't like it, but when they are in the show acting like black people, it's a stereotype. Like, pick a fucking side, bro.
Bro, this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, niggas can't, you'll never be happy, bro.
Hard work, sweat, tears.
this is where black women is
When they stereotype Asian kids as being smart, or the Indian kid talking like he's from India, does anybody trip on it? In Phineas and Ferb, right? When the Indian nigga is literally being stereotyped, does anybody trip? Do y'all trip? No, because you know an Indian nigga like that. His name is Baljit. They couldn't get a nigga named Chris, Kyle, some normal shit. No, niggas don't trip off this shit, bruh. This is what I'm saying, bro. Niggas just got, like, bro, it don't make no sense to me, bruh.
in ass loud, having a lot of attitude.
Nobody says anything about that. Nobody's like, yo, that's not right, bro. Like, you shouldn't, like, stereotype that Indian nigga. No, you laugh at it because you see the stereotype and you like, haha, look at the Indian.
Apu in The Simpsons as well.
Like, come on, bro. Picking and choosing, gang. That's what blows me, bro. And I'm all for it if you want to say remove stereotypes from shows. But I bet you don't watch none of the shows you said that you want stereotypes removed from, bro. I bet you don't watch none of them shits. You're not gonna watch none of that shit, bro. I'm telling you, you're not gonna watch it, gang. You're gonna sit there and be like, I don't really fuck with it. It don't interest me.
Of their main white lead, and in the name.
JoJo, that's the thing. They don't know what they want. They don't know what they want. Because now, let's look at the Boondocks as a great example, bro. I'm glad you mentioned that. The Boondocks has representation from multiple aspects of black, what's it called, right? From the black community, right? Everybody has a granddad like granddad. Everybody know a little badass nigga like Riley. I know 7 of them niggas. Everybody know a nigga like Huey. These are stereotypes. These are tropes, right? Nobody says shit about it though, right? Nobody says nothing. Nobody says anything about the Uncle Ruckus nigga. Nobody says shit about Uncle Ruckus. We laugh at it, we clown at it because you know there are Uncle Ruckus type niggas in the world. You joke that. That's a stereotype of a real life black man, right? Nobody trips off it. Right? Tom. Nobody trips off it, but we trip off other stereotypes that we just don't like because, oh, we don't want that representation. Granted, I'm not saying all black representation needs to be negative, but don't sit here and act like all of it is negative. Like, come on, gang.
Name, Sassy. They also love doing that hand on. Watch the show. Has there ever been a time where Teddy is at Ivy house, you know, around her family? I don't think so. I may be going deep here, but like, did they do that on purpose? In my opinion,
appreciate a million viewer raid, bro.
Stereotype that black people, they don't come from stable homes.
I see the point that is being missed. Somebody help me understand it, bro. Really quickly. I'm like, what's the point that's being missed, bro? You want to make side characters more important in shows? You could do that in a ton of shows, gang. There are quite literally vast majority of shows where, wow, why isn't a side character getting more opportunities? But I'm here to tell you, that's because the show's not meant to be centered around the side character, gang. If you played a video game, The Last of Us, and every fucking mission, they had you go play as Bill or some side character, it wouldn't fucking work that way.
They have it in all forms of media. It's only a problem when you can relate to it and it's not how you would like.
That's what I'm saying, bro. They do this in all forms of media. You niggas only trip when it's your people, bro. Our people. People that you feel connected to, gang. If he's talking about Good Luck Charlie, Teddy goes to... That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
Proud Family, Friday, like, stop trying to fight for what we already have, man. We have our media. Get over it.
It's toxic. It's no.
I'm telling you, niggas is just upset about shit, bro. Like, niggas really want to be mad, bro. That's all I see, bro.
In the house. And that's not the case for all of us. Who's to say that a white kid from Nebraska watching this show is basically thinking what I just said of...
All right, preacher, I don't know about that. All right?
why they not at Ivy house. Like, it would have been cool to have a few scenes where they in Ivy's bedroom. You know, she's always just coming to Teddy house. Despite all this,
gang, you just didn't watch the show, bro.
man, Ivy was a very loved character. Like, if you go online, TikTok, YouTube, people have multiple compilations of them just being together.
I
And a lot
guess
of people
Smokey
say
from
that they are
Friday
the
is a
best friend
stereotype
duo
too?
on Disney Channel.
They're all stereotypes, gang. All of them. Their art imitates life. The reason niggas made that character is because they saw something in real life and was like, yo, this is funny. I think other people would think this is funny too.
Ever. I just feel like with her being one of the few black characters on the cast, black women at that, they could have drawn her a little better, made her less stereotypical. You know, I'm so tired of seeing the same archetype of women, bro. Like, can we get like a girly girl, a goth black girl? Like, you know, mix it up, bro. We want something different. Another example I remember very early on is Lashana from Total Drama Island. Man, I was rewatching back this show and I was like, how did my parents let me watch?
Let me ask you a question, gang. When was the last time you seen a goth, a extremely goth black girl off of the internet? Now, I'm not saying they exist. They don't exist. When was the last time you were in a predominantly black area and you saw a extremely goth black girl? All right, JT. Now, you said when you went to high school, out of all the students, how many students were in your school? How many of the black girls were extremely goth out of the large population? It was a small minority, right? Right? It was a small minority. So let's be honest, how many of us went to school with an extremely goth black girl? One out of like 700 students.
Check the total drama characters, all of them had stereotypes.
So now my question is, we're asking for this, but these aren't like things that we see often. So you create that character and majority of people gonna be like, that's fake. Who the fuck is this? I ain't never seen no shit like this. And they're not gonna be able to relate to the situation. So they're not gonna find it enjoyable to view because it seems far-fetched, nigga. Like,
it's so many inside like dirty jokes, bro. Even on the surface, it's funny as hell. Now, Lashana is one of the only black characters on the cast, and I ain't gonna lie, man, Lashana always been a baddie to me. But off the rip on the show, man, she comes out with her sassiness.
You're jumping. Make me.
now it's all about perception because in my mind, I would see this as Lashana being a individual who doesn't take bullshit from people and is shown as a strong, outspoken black woman. This is not what we want. Is this not the representation we want for our little black girls? You see somebody giving you a problem, don't be afraid to tell them, hey, get out my face with that shit. I'm not taking this. Is that not what we want? Strong, powerful black women? Like, I'm confused, bruh. Do we have to make her sexy first? Like, what?
IDK if y'all knew this, but all characters are based off of things or people the creator has experienced. Lock in chat.
Did she win the shit too? That's what I'm saying. Like, what?
She's loud, very outspoken, and take no type of shit from nobody. Now, aside from the sassiness, she doesn't really fit everything associated with this trope. For example, most black women that fit this are never seen as vulnerable. They're always just strong. Lashana does have moments when she's being soft. You know, she's expressing that she maybe have been wrong in this situation, shouldn't have came off this way. So you see that in the show. They even give her a love interest. And what you'll notice with this trope is that most of the time they try to make the character less desirable to a societal standard. So they'll make them darker, you know, heavier. And when they do this, the characters never have a love interest. So it was different here. But I don't know how Dr. Umar, you know, gonna feel about this interracial couple right here. Now, a character that fits all the boxes and isn't up for debate that fits this trope is Andre's grandmother from Victorious. This is another Dan Schneider show, and like I said, you will see the pattern when he writes black characters. She's loud, aggressive,
I get
and
what Nick
her role
is saying,
very
but
similar
let's
to
not act
Tebow,
like
you
just
know,
because we
pop
were
in, say
oblivious or
something funny, and get
subservient
up
to
outta
shit
here.
before
I know
and
it's just
accepted it
jokes
that
and
it's
all,
still
but
not
as
wrong
one
to
of the
address or
only
acknowledge
black
it as not right or a lil fuck, even though it is funny. This is not a dichotomous, two-side issue, but niggas do drag shit a lot more today. It's not pick a side, it's finding middle ground, contingent, based your modern society. Society has gotten softer.
women on the cast, this is how y'all portray her. And just even bring it back up Lashana, you could kind of see how stuff balances out with her. But with Andre's grandmother, it's just straight up character. Now this trope even represents little girls, you know, little black girls in shows. A recent example of this is Erica Sinclair. She's sassy, real snappy with those replies.
Nigga, this is how my niece is. Like, yo, matter of fact, at my niece's birthday, there was 2 little girls just like her.
No type of fear at all and will stand on business. The thing that balances her out though is that, you know, she is a nerd and she is very smart. They let you know that in the show. But I never see that vulnerability with her. She's never like soft. They don't give her enough screen time to even show that. And just to give Stranger Things a little bit of grace, it could even be her just being bratty, you know, because she mainly like standing up to a door.
Nigga, the show is about 4 white kids solving mysteries. Yo, I've had enough, bro.